day I chose not to let anything win but my drive to get me to the top.
Frank Lee made the beat.
What it do, KTTV? This is KT, and I'm coming at you live with another episode of the Daily K Podcast. And on today's episode, we have author, artist, mentor, and founder of Young Kings Mentoring, Mr. Damian Valentine. How you doing today, Mr. Valentine?
And like I said, I'm blessed and well dressed, never stressed. You understand?
Hey, man, I sure appreciate that, brother. Man, thank you for taking some time out today of the busy schedule. You know, it's a lot going on everywhere. And so, to put this message out, because it's all about the future, man. So welcome.
Yes, sir. Most definitely. I appreciate you having me. Got to make time for this. This is what I do. So this is everything, my brother. I appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir, man. As we get into it, how have you been, man, during this pandemic and just staying safe out here?
Man, you know what? I've been blessed. I haven't got sick. I really, like, health-wise, I've been, like, in some great shape, working out, eating right, and, you know, just keeping my immune system way past where it's supposed to be. Just taking care of myself, man. So, man, it's just been a blessing, bro, because I know a lot of people have been sick. We've lost some people, you know, so it's really been a blessing to me, man, you know. So, yeah, I appreciate you asking.
Yes, sir. Now, give me a little bit of background, because I know you've been out here doing this work for a while. But for the people that don't know, give me a little bit of background on you and what prompted you to even start the Young Kings Mentoring Organization.
Woo, man. It's a long story. How long we got?
Hey.
I'm gonna give you the shorter version. That's still gonna bless you. So, November 2010, my life changed forever on that day. Okay, that was the day that I got custody of my son. Okay, he was 10 years old. He'll be 21 on December 22nd. Okay. Let me tell you, God sometimes will do some things, and you think that you're in a bad place and you don't understand and you want to give up and you can't see past the brick wall in front of your face, but that's why it's called faith. I always had faith that my situation would change. And in November 2010, God made my situation change. I got custody of my son, and that's when my life shifted. I've always been in my son's life since he was born. But that year, that month, my life shifted, and my assignment from God was very clear. So as I started to raise him, I started to realize that a lot of his friends didn't have father figures. So they would come over to the house. I would end up talking to them about life, about school, about their careers, about girls, just everything. Some things that, you know, maybe they didn't feel comfortable talking to mom about, you know, because mom was mom and, you know, great mothers. But there's some things that young men need from a man. So with that, I was just naturally being a father to my son and ended up being a father figure to a lot of his friends. I never forget one day, one of the young men, he came to me when he was over at the house and he said, Mr. Valentine, you know, I really appreciate you. You told me about his dad. And he asked me that day, can I call you dad? You know, that day became very clear that I needed to do more. So I put some structure to it and I called it the Young Kings. I started the Young Kings and got my 501c3 from my nonprofit, started the LLC. And from there, I started mentoring young men that were beyond my son's friends. I would go to his school. I would host events, talk to them about everything from grooming themselves to how to, you know, shake a hand properly, to how to tie a tie, to, you know, just things that they were lacking that they didn't have, you know. And that's how it started. You know, and here I am, and it got bigger and better. Man, I got a I got a whole movement, as you can
Come on,
see.
man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so with that, you think about the kids these days, man, and they're so impressionable. In some cases, they believe TV is the real life, and like this is the fake, in the way they act. And so, as a mentor at my school, as a mentor when I was in College Station, and just moving through these things, I try to show them that they can have all that rapper stuff through education because you can get that bag. So I drove the Corvette, I pushed the Escalade, So we
Mhm.
just showing these boys, but I'm showing up with my briefcase every day.
There you
So
go.
that's how we doing it to be able to show them. So how do you start that conversation within your organization to reach maybe your teens who right there on that verge and seeing all this gun street stuff that look good to them?
Right. So that's the other thing about the young kings. I'm not just a speaker and a mentor. I'm a rapper too.
Come on.
So I'm able to speak to them in their language. It's crazy. Back when we were young, um, we might be looking up to mom and dad or the uncle or a politician or somebody that we feel like we can trust and we want it to be like. Nowadays it's different. They looking up to the rappers. They want to live the rapper lifestyle. They want to, have the jewelry. They want to have the girls. They want to have the guys, whatever it may be. So within the Young Kings, I also have my label, which is called Rapping with Relevance. So within the Rapping with Relevance, I break down the reality and I let them know, don't try to go in the studio or live the lifestyle or whatever it may be. Do you, be you, okay? And then tell your story. Don't tell his story and make his story. You know what I'm saying? With your story, you know. I explained to them a lot of the things that you see, they're for entertainment purposes. Don't get caught up in that. Don't try to be somebody that you're not. I always tell them, look, in my music, I don't sell drugs, so I don't rap about selling drugs. Okay, I ain't shot nobody today, so I don't rap about shooting nobody. So, and then when I'm able to, spit, they hear me, it gets their attention because they're saying, man, now this dude talking my language. You know what I'm saying? Because I can listen to what he's saying through music. And that's part of the reason why I made the rap along books. And it's a book with a swagged out character that's actually, this is my son at the age of 10 that I got custody of him. So to honor that moment, to honor when I found out what my assignment in life was supposed to be, I created this character. And I know that kids love hip hop, but I'm showing them the side of it that could be educational, that could be inspirational. And this book lets them know that they could be anything that they want to be. You know, they're called the rap along books because you can scan the code and it'll play the song and they can rap along to the words in the book. So I use hip hop and rap to change their lives and prevent their lives from being taken because they're trying to mimic a lifestyle that's not real.
Yes, sir.
So that's part of my ministry, brother. That's what I do.
Yes, sir. That's it. And now I've received calls from parents who, man, say my son is with the wrong crowd, or either he falling off at school.
Yep.
How can this parent be helped through your organization?
Right. So I get a lot of moms that reach out to me. They'll email or they'll go to the site, write a message. I'll send them the paperwork to get to know not just the child, but the parent too. We got to focus on the parent too. Sometimes the parents need more help than just the child. You know what I'm saying? It's a family. Okay. So with me, I speak to the child, I speak to the parent. My phone number is all over my sites, from my book to my mentoring organization. I got the emails for my book, the emails for Young Kings, my personal, I'm very easy to get in contact with. And I find out what they want to do. If they want to do music, I got a class. I'll talk about that in a little bit that I'm about to start, signing them up for that. I'll talk about that a little bit. But based off they want to do, I'll match them with a mentor. Um, let's say that a young man wants to do photography or a young lady wants to do photography. So I ask them a series of questions. And it's not just to get answers, but it's to make them dig within themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because if you can tap into a child's talents, gifts, hobbies, dreams, you start to pull them away from the streets, from the negativity, from the hate, from the foolishness and all the things that's going to lead them down a dark road. Okay. So I have mentors that's going to take them to the next level. You know, within that time as well, when I have enough of them, we have a gathering. It's been different since COVID, so I'll be moving a little different and kind of going virtual, and hopefully we can go back to getting together soon. But we all get together and we bond and we start a family, because just because a child has parents, like you said, my child got the wrong friends. You had the best parents in the world, but they don't know about that friend that's about to get them in jail. That's about to get them in trouble. That's about to. So we get together, we talk, we communicate, we keep in contact with each other, we mingle with each other. You know, they see different types of men in different industries that talk different, that walk different. You know, they might not look just like me, but they might look just like him and say, you know what? That's exactly what I want to do. You know.
And for them to come in, what all are the programs that you offer? Let's get them out there, because I know you got a plethora over there, brother.
Yeah, it's going down. So I got some new partnerships that are actually happening right now. Okay. Uh, for example, one of them is the studio, the Baron Collective. It's located on Hempstead. Basically, what I'm doing there is any young artists, you know, social media influencer, you know, or anybody who's inspired to do anything musically or, you know, media based, you know, I have that space that we utilize. We got green screens, we got studio rooms, we got podcast rooms, we got everything that they need. So I'm going to start hosting classes. I already started shooting. I shot my first episode last week, to where I showed them how to record a verse. And I showed them it ain't no club in here, ain't nobody in here smoking, it ain't no turned up session. This is art. This is what it looks like. So I get to break down the process of being an artist, of the discipline, the hard work behind it. You don't just record and got a million streams the next day and then you got bust down Rolex watches, and that's just not the reality. So I'm teaching the hard work. I'm teaching the discipline. I'm teaching the structure. I'm teaching the execution. A lot of them have dreams and they don't execute. So they never create anything tangible. So I hold them accountable. I also have a curriculum that I just created, and it should be ready for January 2021. So within the character's crown, he has 4 stones in his crown. Those stones are the acronym for King: knowledge, integrity, nobility, and gentleman. I have a 4-stone curriculum that's going to break down each word. Knowledge. We're going to talk about knowledge. I got worksheets. I got activities. Then there's integrity. I'm going to take them through the curriculum. Parents can buy this. Schools can purchase it. Organizations. I don't have a price on it just yet, or on the classes, but it will be something that they will love. You know, those are some of the things too. And then, you know, we have sports.
Okay.
Of course, you know, we get some of my mentors. We still cold on the court. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. And when I'm thinking about the network that I have, man, and that I'm building up through the channel, how do people become mentors through the program? What does their process look like for people who want to apply?
Yeah, so for me, actually, I have an application myself, you know. So I'll, you know, a lot of times they'll reach out to me, or I know a lot of men, and I recruit. You know, they see what I'm doing and say, man, I want to do that. And the men that I have and the men that I attract are men a lot of times that say, I didn't have a father.
Mhm.
I wish I had something like this when I was coming up, because maybe I would have went further. Maybe I wouldn't have got in trouble like I did. Maybe, so they have a passion. So through that, I go through my process with them. I have an application for them to where I get to know them and what they want to do and what they do and how they do it. And then from there, you know, we start to match them, with the child. But when we get together, I have whichever mentor is available in the building, and we're collectively working together with the young men. I've had events where I say, "Hey, gentlemen, we want to talk a little bit. We want to introduce ourselves, what we like to do, and who we want to be." And I brought ties for everybody. When you leave today, you'll know how to tie a tie. You know. So if you're a mentor out there and you're interested in representing with me and the Young Kings, all you have to do, you can go to my site, youngkingsmentoring.com. You can go through the contact and send me your email, or you can go to iamakingrapbook.com. Reach out to me that way as well.
That's man. And so, what's next for you? What's next for the Young King mentoring brand?
Whew. Man, we got some things going on. Like I said, I got the curriculum that's coming,
Yeah.
the 4-stone curriculum module. Okay. At the end of that, it'll be a ceremony to where they get all their stones, and it's a crowning ceremony. That thing that's off the chain, brother.
That's it,
I got
bro.
I got a cartoon coming. That's with the actual character, which is, his name is Lil Young King. So he's a motivational rapper. That's his superpower. That's what he do. Okay. I also have Mr. Valentine's Neighborhood. It's like the hood, Mr. Rogers. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's how I am on my radio station.
Exactly. So I'm doing story time for the younger kids, and grooming them so when they do become older. Basically, what I want to do is capture children from the young age and rock with them all the way until they get to the point that they say, "Man, I got it. I know what it takes. It takes knowledge, integrity. I got to be noble, and I got to be a gentleman." You know. So I have the cartoons. I have some film that's coming too. So I got the young men. That's I got because as a music artist, I got a short movie that's coming out. So it's gonna be powerful, and it's a story about a man who was in the streets, um, using his power of persuasion the wrong way to get young men to do things that they shouldn't be doing out in the streets, selling drugs, whatever it may be. But something happens to where God enlightens him and shows him what his assignment is. And that's when he creates the young kings. So you'll actually get a chance to see a story, hopefully in the movie theaters in 2021.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
We
say no
claim it.
names.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say no names or the directors or anything like that. But it's coming.
It's coming. Come on, brother. And man, drop that contact information on them one more time.
No doubt. So for the Young Kings, .com, the book to I am a king rapbook.com. People mess that up time to time, so I'm gonna say it again. I am a king rapbook.com. Now the
Hey, bro. It seemed like it cut out on the beginning of it. Let's start that question right there from the top, and then I'm answering. Then we can start by okay. So, brother, can you give them the contact information one more time?
Yes, sir, not a problem. So they can go to the Young Kings website at youngkingsmentoring.com. That's youngkingsmentoring.com. If you want to go to the book website, you go to iamakingrapbook.com, and that's iamakingrapbook.com. You can go on and you can even purchase a rap-along book and purchase the coloring book too, man. I go hard. I got it all. You know what I'm saying? The book, you can go to the IG. It's the same as the website. I am a King Rap Book. Okay. And then for the Young Kings mentoring. It's all the same. So, man, holler at me. Give me a call, whatever you want to do. My contact information is on the website. Let's go.
Yes, sir, man. I appreciate that time again today, man. I look forward to all the success in the new year. And I'll make sure to get my application in to you, man. Let's get to work.
I'm gonna need you, brother. Let's do it.
Yes, sir. All right, man. This is KT for KTTV signing out. 100.